Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious butter vanilla almond Christmas themed pound cake from scratch. Now, this is a Christmas themed pound cake. Of course, it's flavored with butter, vanilla, and almond extracts. It also is colored with red, green, and white food coloring. And after the cake is baked, we top it with a snow white icing and green, red, and white sprinkles. This recipe can get about 18 to 20 or possibly more servings, all depending on how you slice it. It's a great pound cake to try, especially during Christmas. It's flavorful and absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your butter vanilla almond Christmas pound cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some Swansdown cake flour or all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, baking soda, unsalted butter at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, whole milk at room temperature, sour cream at room temperature, vanilla extract, butter extract, almond extract, red, green, and white gel paste or liquid food coloring. Now the red and the green is gel paste and the white is liquid food coloring. And you will also need some red, green, and white sugar sprinkles. Now I use this right here. I saw this at the grocery store. I said, ooh, I like the sprinkles that came up on top of this. So I just bought this to get the sprinkles and I'm going to use that. But you can also use any type of sprinkles if you like for this recipe. And for your tools, you will need some Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. And to bake your Christmas pound cake, you will need a Fat Daddy-O tube pan. This is a 10-inch in diameter, 12 to 15 cup capacity tube pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to get started with our dry ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer, add 3 cups of cake flour or all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift all ingredients into this medium-sized bowl. Stir all your ingredients together. Now for our wet ingredients, I just want to let you all know that the ingredient amounts for the whole milk and the sour cream will vary depending if you're using cake flour or all-purpose flour. If you're using cake flour, which I'm using, add 1 cup of whole milk at room temperature and 2/3 cup of sour cream at room temperature. If you are using all-purpose flour, add 2/3 cup of whole milk at room temperature and 2/3 cup of sour cream at room temperature. Next, add 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of butter extract, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of almond extract. Take a whisk and stir all ingredients together until combined. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the paddle attachment, you can also use a hand mixer as well. Add 3 sticks of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature. And to that, I'm going to add 3 cups of sugar. Start your mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Turn your mixer up to the highest setting and mix this on high speed for 5 minutes. Now at some point during those 5 minutes, you're going to go ahead and stop your mixer and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Start your mixer on a medium speed and add 5 large eggs in at room temperature, 1 at a time. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Next, we're going to alternate the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the vanilla butter almond milk mixture into the batter. Now we're only adding this in here 3 separate times. We're not doing any measurements or anything like that. Add the first amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the first amount of the butter vanilla almond milk mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the second amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the second amount of the butter vanilla almond milk mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the third amount of the cake flour or all-purpose flour mixture and the third amount of the butter vanilla almond milk mixture. Mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Alright, I've divided the cake batter into 3 separate bowls, as you see here. The weight of the cake batter in each bowl is 1 pound and 7 ounces in weight total. The bowl all the way to my right, bowl 1, the stainless steel bowl, this is going to be for the white colored cake batter. The middle bowl, bowl 2, is going to be for the red colored cake batter. And bowl 3 will be for the green colored cake batter. So let's get started. For bowl 1, for our white colored cake batter, you're going to add 1 1/2 teaspoons of the white liquid food coloring right on in there. Now, if you can't find the white colored food coloring, don't worry about that. You can do without. You're going to take a spoon or spatula and stir all the ingredients together until combined. Alright, that looks good. Now for bowl 2, our red colored cake batter, you're going to add 1 1/2 teaspoons of the red gel paste or liquid food coloring right on in there. Stir all your ingredients together until combined. And as you can see, that's a nice bright red color. That's exactly what we want. Now bowl 3, this is the final bowl for the green cake batter. Add 1 1/2 teaspoons of the green gel paste or liquid food coloring right on in there. Stir all your ingredients together until combined. And as you can see, that's a nice bright green color. Perfect. And that's it. We have all 3 of our cake batters separated, colored, and ready to go. Spray your tube pan with the Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Alright, let's add our prepared colored cake batters into our tube pan. So we have our tube pan sprayed and ready to go. The first color we're going to add is the green. So you're going to add the green cake batter into the tube pan as evenly as possible. Next, you're going to take a spoon and spread the batter around the tube pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your tube pan. Alright, that's nice and even. Alright, next up, we're going to add the white colored cake batter. We're going to carefully add that on top of the green cake batter. Add it on top of there as evenly as possible. Next, you're going to take a spoon and you're going to carefully spread that white cake batter around your tube pan as evenly as possible, covering the green cake batter underneath. Now, even if you have to take your spoon and just dab it a little bit to move the white cake batter around, do that. Alright, perfect. And to make the batter more even, you're going to gently shake your tube pan. Just very gentle. Alright, that looks good. Okay, next we're going to carefully pour the red cake batter on top of the white cake batter. Do this as evenly as possible. Okay, next you're going to take the back of a spoon, spread the red cake batter around your tube pan as evenly as possible, covering the white cake batter underneath. To make the batter more even, gently shake your tube pan and lightly tap the bottom of the tube pan with your hand. Now it is ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 325-degree oven on the middle rack. Bake this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes now for our cake. Let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Toothpick inserted into the cake should come out clean. Let the cake cool for about 3 to 5 hours before removing it out of the pan. Also keep in mind that cooling times vary depending on the temperature of your kitchen. Alright, here I have an 11 by 17 inch baking pan with a cooling rack inside of it. Alright, my cake has cooled completely. I'm going to take the cooling rack and flip it over and place it on top of the tube pan. And from there I'm going to flip the cake over. Oh wow, that turned out beautiful. Alright, let's get started with our Snow White Butter Vanilla Almond Icing. So in this medium-sized bowl, add 1 1/4 cups of confectioner's sugar, 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 3 tablespoons of warm whole milk, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract, 1/8 of a teaspoon of almond extract, and a half a teaspoon of white gel paste or liquid food coloring. Now remember, if you don't have the white food coloring, you can just omit it from the recipe and you'll do just fine without it. Take a whisk and stir all ingredients together until the icing is creamy and smooth with no visible lumps, like how you see here. And from there, our icing is ready. Take your icing and pour all of it on top of your cake. To help you out, you can take an offset spatula and spread the icing around the top of the cake. And as the icing free falls to the side, you take the spatula and you coat that icing onto the sides of the cake as well. Now you want to do this as quickly as possible because you don't want the icing to set. And don't forget to take your spatula and coat the middle section of the cake as well. Okay, next you're going to take your red, green, and white sprinkles and you're going to first start off by sprinkling that on top of the cake. Now to add the sprinkles onto the middle of the cake, you're going to tilt your pan with the cake in it a little bit, and then you're going to add the sprinkles onto the middle section of the cake too. And make sure you rotate the pan as you go to coat the sprinkles all around the middle portion of the cake evenly. And we're going to do the same thing to add the sprinkles onto the side. You're going to tilt the pan with the cake on it, and you're just going to add the sprinkles onto the sides of the cake. And just rotate the pan and tilt it and sprinkle the sprinkles on it as you go. And there we go, complete. Now to transport the cake onto a cake serving pad, we have 2 spatulas, and we're going to carefully place them underneath the cake. Gently lift the cake up with the 2 spatulas and transfer the cake onto a cake serving plate or pad. Let the icing set for about 20 to 25 minutes, and after that, the cake is ready to be served. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Butter Vanilla Almond Christmas Pound Cake, made from scratch by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Can't wait. Ah, now it's time to go eat and take a bite. Looks so good, I don't even want to eat it. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. All I need now is a glass of milk. Oh my goodness. The vanilla, the butter, and the almond extract combined into this cake gives it a wonderful flavor, very similar to a cookie, so to speak. Now, as far as density, the cake still has that density of a pound cake, but it also has the softness of a layer cake. So it's in between. It's, of course, it's moist and absolutely delicious. You got to give this cake a try, especially during Christmas. It's going to please all your guests. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.